Dad,
Yeah, yeah,
you you said to meet you here and look up into the stars when I need
yeah.
advice.
Can you see me? Am I coming through?
It's 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 summer in the bay. It's very foggy.
Oh yeah, I should be somewhere in the fog. If you just like kind of squint or kind of, you ever do those things where you see an image and just it looks like a bunch of random chaos on the page?
Yeah,
And you have to kind of
like a magic
soft
eye
focus.
poster.
Yes, magic. That's the one. I can never remember the name of those dang things. You know me.
Oh,
If you kind of,
Dylan.
yeah, get into a soft focus and you can see me in the fog, maybe. Oh, there you
Oh, there
go.
you are.
Hey, how are you? You
I
son of
wasn't
a gun.
expecting you to be at eye level. I was figuring you were up at the
Oh
top of
yeah,
the
no.
sky.
If the clouds are down here, I can be down here. So if it's really foggy, here I am.
Oh, that's so
Look at you. You're
encouraging.
all grown up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Oh
trying.
man. You're trying, well, you're succeeding. Time keeps passing for you, and your body is getting larger as a result.
Larger? You think it's just
Well,
getting
you're getting taller and broader. Looks like you've been working out, muscle man.
just
Come
stop.
on,
But
give me a flex.
uh,
Flex those biceps for me. Come on. Whoa, put those things away. Hey, whoa. No, I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble. Come
I
on.
mean, you look great. You look very wispy.
Oh yeah. You
Um,
did you see how I got rid of my legs? It's just kind of a
so it's
trail of fog now.
sort of just like a tail.
Yeah. I the second I could get rid of them, I did because I love just flying around.
You had some real ham hogs, and now you don't
Oh
have
yeah,
them.
I had those standing calves. You know what I mean?
No.
Real bucket of snakes between my knee and my ankles.
Oh no.
No, it was a good thing. I could break into an 8 mile an hour sprint and like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I, I do have some questions to ask you.
Oh, fire away. I got all the time in the world. Not like you,
I
Mr.
just
40 years left.
that's do you know that for a fact? Do you
Oh
have
yeah.
information that I don't have?
It's not so much that I can see the future. It's more that it's a non-linear progression of time up here. So I've seen all of it, from the beginning to the end.
Uh, no spoilers, but is it like satisfying all of time?
You mean like the narrative arc of the universe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. I won't spoil any of it for you, but it's like how did they think of that? You know what I mean? It's one of those.
That's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Do they have like really clever callbacks?
There's surprisingly few, and it's mostly the callbacks are from us. We do the callbacks that
Oh,
we remember, and it's like there's so much that we don't even record. So it's like, how could we do a callback to it?
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I have some advice, and I've been,
You have advice for me?
no, I need advice. I
Oh,
don't have any
gotcha.
advice for you. You're
Sure.
further down the life road than me. I feel like only a father figure could answer these types of questions because I've been soul searching and really come up with nothing.
Okay.
Um,
I'll help you in any way I can.
should I dip into my retirement early to help pay off the house, or should I leave that, refinance the house, but then we might have to dip into like the emergency fund to hold this over. What do you think?
Great question. Very complex. Um, could I give you a minor spoiler?
If you think it'll be helpful, yeah.
Pretty much on any scale, even one lifetime scale, money isn't even real.
Huh.
And it's just like where you're at in your life, from what I'm seeing, do whatever you want. Like no holds barred, no laws can contain you. Run into the woods. I would recommend just run right into the woods
Uh-huh.
and stay there for a week or three. and see if you can survive without any of that, and then come back, and then it's all going to be like retirement funds, my mortgage. Who cares? You know what I mean? I wish I had done that when I was alive.
You wished you had run into the woods while you were alive?
Yeah, I remember distinctly remember thinking about it all the time when I was alive,
Oh, you wanted to
but I
run away
never did
from
it.
the life you had built with your family.
No, no, no. I wanted to run away from the life of my family, right into the woods.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It hurts a little. Hurts a little.
Oh, well, it wasn't because I didn't love you guys. It's just because I found that, living in the suburbs with you, and then it was like drive you to school, drive me to work, do the dishes, do the laundry,
Yeah.
and it was so little running right into the woods and communing with feral beasts, climbing a
Feral,
tree.
feral beasts. That's something you wish you did more of.
Yeah, it's you got to contend with the beasts of the land. They roar, you scream back. They don't have words, but we do. I've kind of got a new philosophy up here, I guess,
Yeah, this
is
is
what I
real.
should.
Like you got really into like transcendentalism or something after you
Yeah.
died.
Well, I keep worrying if I'm going to do too many spoilers. All the animals are up here too.
All the animals are in the afterlife.
All the animals and everything can understand everything else. So it's
So my
like it's
dog that passed away, it's gonna be up there when
oh
I
yeah,
get up there.
and it might freak you out at first because it'll talk to you. You'll be
Oh,
able to fully understand it, and it's like whoa,
what
I would have done things a lot differently if I had known it was going to be sort of an equal playing field once we all bid it.
are you? Are you? Because we're a meat eating family. Are you saying there's some sort of like repercussions to that because you have to hang out with animals that
It's
gonna
less
talk
like
now?
a punishment scale and more just like it's an awkward feeling,
Okay,
because it's
yeah,
like we kept this what is essentially like a really dumb person in our home. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like the dog couldn't speak to us or like speak its mind or have any of its feelings kind of satisfactorily met. And
yeah.
now
Are you?
in
Is
this
there like some sort of community college up in the afterlife, and you're taking a lot of like ethics and philosophy classes?
Yeah, I wanted to impress you. Okay. I haven't been able to speak with you for a long time, and I wanted to be able to have a good conversation with you. And I felt like, I didn't have the words for it.
No, it's just it's good to see you having like a post-life crisis and like reinventing yourself in really interesting ways. But I don't know if any of the questions I have anymore are gonna. I don't know if you'll have answers for them. Maybe I don't know.
Well, hit me with a really hard one.
Okay,
No more
so
softballs.
so Jimmy, your grandson,
Yeah.
is is getting into fights with kids on the playground, and so Janet and I are considering pulling him out of the school setting,
Mm.
either homeschooling him or going to the private Catholic school in the neighborhood. But the finances of for affording Catholic school is difficult, and then the pressure of like whole like running our kids' own education
Yeah.
while comforting and knowing that we know what's being taught. Will the social impacts, of closing them off from their
How
peers be a negative
how's he doing in the fights?
in the
Is he winning the fights? Is he instigating the fights? Is he losing?
he's doing a lot of pushing
Doing a
and
lot of pushing?
mostly instigating. I think mostly the adults come in and break up the fight before there's like a winner declared.
Okay. Maybe have him start fighting the adults at his school. That might
What?
do it.
Why?
Well, it's important to have a good goal to try and punch above your weight class, as it were, because otherwise you're never going to learn. If you're picking on people that are smaller than you, that's just kind of sport. It's not a contest.
Uh-huh.
He's not pushing his boundaries far enough. So I'd say have him fight a teacher, some of the janitorial staff. That would be really cool because they're kind of hard scrabble.
Are you I feel like you're trying to fill a lot of time in the afterlife. Are you catching up with the Joe Rogan Experience podcast? And now you have a lot of like aggro
I hear a lot
fun
of people
advice.
talking about that, but it fits outside of the arc of the universe, the narrative arc of that whatever that is. I don't have access to it up here. It's
Oh,
just
you
like
don't.
so far out that I've never even been able to
So this
listen
is
to a
this
second
is
of it.
just your own ideas now.
This is straight off the top for me.
Okay.
I say, have him beat up the biggest teacher in school, the strongest teacher,
I'm
or try
reluctant.
to.
Okay, Dad, I gotta say I'm reluctant to take that advice, but I'll bring it up to Janet and
Well, if
see it.
if you move him to a Catholic school, it's going to be the same thing. You start to homeschool him, he's just going to try and beat you up. And I
Yeah,
don't want that. That's family fighting family.
yeah. So you okay? All right. So you think the fight is just going to be a thing, and I've got to weaponize it against our enemies? I'll write that down.
Well, you weaponize it against your enemies. Use it to turn him into a stronger, more well-rounded individual. It's a do a kung fu thing. Don't do a suburban dad thing. Is what I'm saying.
All right. So you're like, if our footings were switched and you were back on Earth, you would spend more times in the wood with feral animals.
Yeah.
And you would encourage more violent interactions to sort of protect the family and assert dominance in sort of an animalistic way.
I don't want to encourage violence. I'm saying if violence is the intent, if violence already there, directing it towards so it's productive.
Yeah.
Beating up people that are smaller than you, weaker than you, that's not productive. That's just
Dad,
cruelty.
I'm really reluctant to ask this third question that I've had on my father-son spiritual meeting list, but
Whatever it is, it's not going to stop me from loving you so much.
Okay.
I would say I can't wait for you to get up here, but that sounds like I want you to die, and I definitely don't want that. I want you to enjoy your time on Earth, run into the woods, scream at a boar. It's great.
It says here that
Did you write out a list of questions to ask me?
I wrote it out because I know I'd be so overcome with emotions that I'd forget what I wanted to ask you. But this meeting has gone very differently, and I know exactly what the questions are. I haven't forgot them at all.
Means a lot to me.
Jan and I are having issues, intimate issues. And I don't even want to finish this sentence. It's encouraged, we're being encouraged to explore scenarios. I don't even
like fantasy, like role play is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I gotta give you my honest opinion on role play. As your dad,
yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like role play.
No.
When I go into a sexual situation, and I'm glad you're here to listen to this. When I go into a sexual situation,
if only this fog would dissipate and you would just disappear, but it's really thick and you're really stuck.
Oh yeah, the fog. I'm I got my friends, the old west wind. He's blowing it through, so I can be even more physically present with you. When I'm in a sexual situation, when I get my mind, my body, and my soul into that mode, it's all me. It's all me. There's no veil. I'm not pretending. I'm not being a character. It's just me, your dad. And the idea that I would be the mailman or a college professor or a cop, it's just not me.
Right.
It's me, your dad. And I go into a sexual situation and I'm just 100% me. A little bit more animal than usual, but that's because the mask is off. Okay? I'm laying myself bare, mind, body, and soul, leading with the penis.
All right. Okay. Listen, this was a good trip down memory lane, and
it was.
I'm glad we got to talk.
I love you so much, and I miss you.
I miss you. I'm not sure how much I can put this into practice, but I will.
When you go into a sexual situation,
I don't
lay yourself bare, okay? Don't pretend to be anybody else.
Like, okay, you got. I just feel like that was the thing that I was trying, and it's not working. I'm being asked to do something else.
Then maybe is your wife not coming as herself? Is she just still have some walls up, a facade?
I mean, we're both unclothed, but I don't know. I feel like
Oh,
it's
so
pretty much
this goes
was.
beyond the physical. Okay, I tried to explain it as best I could.
Okay, okay. I'll read another book. I guess I got to read books.
Read as many books as you can. Oh, it's so important to enrich your mind.
Oh, you missed that too.
Well, no, we got all the books up here, or most of them at least.
You got all the books, none of the podcasts.
We've got one podcast. It's Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. That's the one we have up here.